Is there such a thing as the best detailing products or tools? Welcome to the Voice of Detailing. Now, I started this podcast to help new and upcoming detailers find their way through the multiverse of detailing. This is a subject that is so divisive that it causes heated arguments and even divides people on social media into little gangs that post hateful propaganda. Yeah, it gets that serious, unfortunately. So in this podcast, I'm going to discuss what makes a product or tool the best. And if you're starting a detailing business, what products or tools should you start with? I'll give you some of our recommendations that worked for us when we started our detailing business. So let's talk about what makes a tool or product the best, whether it's paint protection or a cleaner or a polisher or anything else used in your detailing business. Now let's start with cleaners. Whether it's an all-purpose cleaner or a specific cleaner for plastics, rubber trim, leathers, carpets, upholstery, paint, glass, chrome, or Alcantara, what products are the best cleaners for those surfaces? I can't tell you in particular what are the best cleaners for those surfaces. The fact is, there are so many chemicals in this industry, they all pretty much do the same thing with varying results. True, some products may perform better than others, but those results are always due to varying circumstances. Let me explain. The variables make a huge difference. One detailer may use a certain cleaner and get incredible results on a certain surface, while another detailer using the same product on a similar surface, well, they don't get the same results. We see that all the time on social media and YouTube. You may see detailers using popular products, and there are hundreds of differing opinions, and everyone claims to show what it does or does not do in their videos. They may try to duplicate a certain scenario to make the test as stable as possible. But here's the reality. Unless you're using the same exact cleaners at the same dilution ratios on the same exact vehicle, with the same exact level of filth, with the same exact types of surfaces, with the same type of substances, like drinks or food or other things causing the stains, and the same exact levels of staining, well, I know there's lots to consider. It actually seems ridiculous. But if one is not considering all of those variables, then one will be very confused and frustrated when they use a cleaner that seems to not work in the way that they thought, or the way that they saw another detailer use it. The reality is you may need a variety of cleaners to tackle many different situations. Simply put, there is no best cleaner. It only comes down to personal choice, opinion, or situations. Now, I know what you may be thinking. I have cleaners that work every time, so I consider them to be the best. Excellent, and so you should. Those are the best for you, because another detailer will have a different cleaner that they claim to be the best because it works for them every time. So is someone lying or making it up? Well, no. There's so many cleaners out there that work incredibly well. It gives us detailers choices. We can choose to use a cleaner based on results, smell, packaging, or a certain devotion to a company. It doesn't matter. If it works for you, then continue to use it. Now, what about tools like polishers? Which polisher is the best? A dual action, a rotary, or a forced rotation? Now, you may have a certain brand or type of polisher that you love so much that it will be the only polisher you will ever use for the rest of your career, and you want to tell the world that this polisher is the only tool anyone should be using. In fact, this type of devotion can become a cultish, fanatical dogma. It becomes counterproductive and extremely unhelpful to new and upcoming detailers. There is no such thing as the best polisher or type of polisher. There is only what works best for you based on your own personal experience. It is completely subjective. Tools like the Tornador, or certain steamers or extractors or brushes or vacuums or towels or air compressors or polishing pads, foam cannons, pressure washers, and so on. So many companies make these tools and they all have their place. Even cheaper air tools and steamers and extractors and foam cannons are great starting points for new detailers. Now, if you have the budget to buy all the expensive brands like the Rupes and Mighty Light or MTM Hydro, that's awesome. Go right ahead and spend that paper. But is that your situation? Is that everyone's situation? Is this just a fun side business for you to feed your OCD and you already have a full-time career that pays well? Or are you like us when we started? We really had no other choice but to struggle and hustle and make this business work for us. Let me know in the comments what your situation is. But what about polishes, compounds, waxes, sealants, ceramic coatings, and so on? Again, I can't tell you what the best are because there is no such thing. So if there is no such thing as the best products or tools, how do you choose products that will work for you? Well, if you're in the beginning stages of your detailing business, you're going to have to start somewhere. You will most likely search for options on products and tools on YouTube and have an idea of what you want to use. Product reviews are great, but do understand that those are just personal opinions, and by no means do they signify that those products are the best. As we've stated before, it comes down to personal choice and user experience. All detailers start with a small batch of products that they found to work for the majority of people, and they start with those. Then as time goes on, they may want to try something else and see if they can get better results. That's how it works. Start with something and keep upgrading to find the products that work best for you. I'll give you some of our recommendations that we started with, so at least you have a starting point. Now, these companies we trust because we've been using them for so many years, and some of them from the start of our business down to today. So, first of all, the Meguiar's Detailer line of products are solid. They're affordable, they have a wide selection of soaps, cleaners, and dressings that work really well. Their compounds and polishes are some of the easiest to work with and always get great results. Suds Lab is also an incredible line of products. They're fairly new to the market, but don't discount them because of that. Their soaps and cleaners and dressings are amazing, and their ceramic line of spray sealants are also affordable and work as intended. And the best part is you can get them on Amazon and even find them locally at Walmart. Vonix is another incredible company with a huge variety of products, including ceramic coatings. Now, if you want to start with solid ceramic coatings, we trust G-Technic, Geon, and CarPro. Those products we've been using for a long time, and they simply work for us. Now, I recommend starting with those brands and choosing soaps, cleaners, and protectants that you see detailers using. Then make your own assessment and try different products along the way as you gain experience and encounter different situations. You will find that using and testing different products can be fun, sometimes even addictive. There are so many brands that have amazing choices. So don't worry about struggling to find the best detailing products. Simply find products and tools that work the best for you. But as a new detailer, have you found many YouTube channels to be helpful or confusing? Do you see detailers only focusing on disaster details where the results seem a little too good to be true? Or contradicting product reviews that seem more like commercials? Or what about detailers who only work on luxury or exotic cars just for the ASMR videos? Are any of these helpful for a new detailer? I'm going to discuss that in the next podcast. Now, if you're enjoying these podcasts, then please subscribe and like this podcast and this video and share it with others who may benefit from it. Until next time, thanks for listening.